Good morning. Good morning. My morning face. Minnow and I cuddled all night. He scribed onto my body heat, and now he wants to be petted. He has petting rights by extension. He's got petting rights by extension. He wants me to get my hand busy on him. Even though we cuddled. Even though we cuddled through the night. And he very often wants me to pet him at night, too. Okay, cutie. Here we go. Because he will let me notice if I stop. What? What was I thinking? I've got a hand, and I need to put it to good use, right? I need to put it to good use. I was thinking about the black. I was thinking about that little off-kilter, not normal in society, but society's all container dofted toot toft, fort no reason thiefen. So really, cast your lot where you will. But the off-kilter approach to find a way in using tarot runes and numerology. And for you, Rich wrote your name, which numerology takes into consideration the name and assigns it a number, and a number has a frequency, as do the letters. To mean something, it says very explicitly, expressly, which is curious. I mean, it doesn't say that for me, that what it says for me is I meet abuse and thieves. Pretty interesting, right? For you, it's you deal with people in black. And also, when I reviewed it again, hell and drama. So I screenshot the information last night, put it on the website, and it seemed, so that would be my second time going to it, and it was a little bit different from the first time in my memory. So I looked at it, second time, after the conversation here online, I thought I should put that on the website. So I went back, and then I reviewed it, and I'm like, it looks a little different. Did I put a detail in differently, like a middle name, or or a nickname, or and the fact of the matter is I don't know Sharon's middle name. It might be possible to look it up. But anyway, I took it off. I took it off the website. What would be going on to the website, but I think I'm going to go fetch it again and put it back, because the things that stand out is black. And black stood out the first time. Last night, what stood out was drama and hell, okay? Those were in quotations. So that's kind of interesting. It's interesting that when you think, Rich, of dealing with people in black, well, if you think of it historically and literature and plot lines, it's all run through the marketplace, thief end, debt to supply. The I hyphen D. To pass it son, to pass it tone, to pass it stone. Hyphenated. To H-O, whore, receive. So I thought that was interesting. It's interesting meta in light of what I'm doing. I'm putting value in black and white. hopefully in black. Night, even. To tell lay, the light, Leyat. I was thinking about the dynamic of value. Because I'm asking myself and selling myself in time. And how I phrased it was VALUEAPT, part-time, in parentheses. So now you have value. No, I think I was trying to get at leaped, but there's a U there. Things I write in my sleep, I see in my sleep, don't always translate. So, in the light of day, so what I was trying to get at was value leaps in able, L-E-A-D. It's the concept I'm still trying to express as a dynamic. I'm able to be my own leap and lap in my time that I ask myself and sell myself in black to be back to back. Minnow sleeps with me. Sometimes we're back to back. Sometimes I cuddle him and he faces me. He's very, I think he's very physically aware. He's got dainty limbs. And, well, he reminds me when I was 5% body fat and a distance runner in college and had qualified for Olympic trials, etc. I was very conscious of my limbs. You know, I'd want to go out and do things and socialize and go out dancing, but I couldn't have someone big and sloppy accidentally stepping on me. Okay. So I would do things to try and create some space on a dance floor. Honestly, I would. I'd be like, look at me, I need this much room. You know, just so big, sloppy, clunky wouldn't step on me, because that would hurt my running. And when you're 5%, you don't have a whole lot of ballast to be like, you know, like hip chuck you like a basketball player, like MySpace. You know, obvious read, boom. You go sit down. You know, this court's not for you. So let's see. What Minnow does, particularly when we sleep, because he likes the body heat and he likes to be in proximity to get petted, he will extend his paws and he'll stretch them, and he'll stretch them on my body. Sometimes he puts one on my nose and pushes a little paw on my nose, on my neck, my mouth, on my chest, on my, you know, everywhere, on my neck, you know. So he's pushing back like a little tension bridge suspension, but the touch allows him to have quick, ready, capable, able feedback. Oh no, she's rolling over. I'm out of here. Okay, so he's able to protect his limbs, and he will bail sometimes from bed. You know, if he thinks his limbs are going to be rolled on. But I recognize, at least I think I recognize, his frame as dainty in build, mighty in spirit, and how he surmises how to be aware, to be protective of it. I'm gonna be going through notes today. So weird, my arch hurts. And I don't really have an explanation for why the arch hurts. I mean, it could be swelling, tissue buildup, and you know when I tried that beauty cream at the beauty doctor's office, the free sample, and then it broke me out? It made me look really ugly and frightful. Swollen tissue, my nose was like, looked like 4 times wide. Well, and then I scratched here under that swollen tissue, and then it was awful. Well, Minna, when we were playing the other day, he lunged, with the toy, but he hit my foot, and the foot's swollen, and so, it bruised it pretty deep where his little claw went in. Thankfully, it didn't break blood, but it reminds me of the same tissue, so the explanation of why that sore was so bad too was swollen tissue underneath, so maybe that's why the arch hurts, because it just has a lot of swelling. Maybe I'm just feeling the swelling. The swelling's what hurts. But the thing is that it's not very swollen right now. Fact. That's about as close. We'll look at that later in the day. Later in the day, from my flip-flops, you're going to see those straps embedding an imprint. Because everything else is going to be so puffy. Anyway. You lack purpose without me also. Me also. Meal lasso. Is it not obvious? Why are you like shrinking like, oh, I should never have gotten involved? It's obvious. It is DOB, date of birth, with 0 innocence and reflection. It is obvious. The marketplace thiefent can't produce innocence and reflection. Therefore, you have law-t that makes the myths go missing on premise-t. To get it back in black-t. I'm asking, is there not anyone that's happy about the obvious? Truth is a medium. T-rut-h. Truth is a medium, and truth is what I work with. Why? So I could give something. SOMET parentheses HINGE. Speak where your money is. Speak for it, Ford. The shallow Ford, ordinance. Speak for what you ordered. Speak for your desire. Even higher. Hire, tire, fire. What you have in the competitive marketplace thiefent, doft, where doft is paid to assay that war is necessary for his way and weight, where he, ate, presently to date, is you have useless -t stags. You're only independent if you're stupid. as your means to get toft, rich. And I'm seen as utterly necessary among you. You G-EWE- showy worthless thing. We add Jew, we should add ga also. G-A-WE- guaranteed annual wage. For no reason, thief end. Isn't there anyone that's happy about someone stating the obvious as a way through and true and T-H? Well, it's like this. You don't get to complain because you never paid or laid day, lady. You never laid the day or date. You don't get to complain anymore, and you get to sell your own thanks regarding tear. You get to your own tear weight. The air, T-H-E-I-R, heard. Here, H-E-R-E. E-R-E means before. Hydrogen, I use for H. A one-rung ladder to my vision. DNA, RNA, spiral exchange is a ladder exchange of information that's never honestly hone, and the head done, honestly happened. Okay? Hap is luck. You got luck in the marketplace, honestly, to date? Got a way to relate that doff, stupid, can't proclaim he provided? It didn't come from stupid, and it didn't come from rich. Okay. I think the law is about pursue, and Rich's sister is Sue, his wife is Sharon. Well, Sue, the U, E-W-E, with no hyphens. There is no defense. You need to bring the air to be present. Depart with IT. You get to sell yourself as the eye, so the beam, and the trial balance. T-B-E-A-M. E-N-D. O-B. Just looking. We're expecting snow tomorrow. I'm out of milk. I'm going to probably go to the, there you are. I'm going to go to the grocery, he's back there. What? I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to go, which will be a nice little excuse to walk around in me boots. My Anu boots. Black Anu boots. That reminds me, I'm going to get that information to put on the website probably before I go. And I was thinking of moving this computer table, except that I still find it's nice to be accessible, to put a leg up, give me that position, try and reduce swelling during a day, and so I'm leaving it next to my bed. Usually I don't like technology next to my bed, and you know, I got a table surface, it's somewhat on it. The lip of the table is hanging on the bed so that my chair can be in proximity as well. but it still makes sense to have them connected right now. I can't believe it. I got through 8 weeks of a cast. Following, how much downtime was it after my uterus surgery? And we're not going to talk about the fibroid and the polyp or the anemia. I had a hole in my bucket, and then the hole in the bucket seemed to be bigger than the bucket, so we got rid of the bucket. Which I'd been wanting to swim for years, but I was pronouncedly leaking. Like, are you sure I can keep this up? I don't think I can. I don't think I could keep this up. Bleeding. I didn't think I could keep it up. The fibroid removal surgery, the fibroid was bigger than my uterus. And apparently it was in the muscle wall. And yeah, I mean, gelatinous clumps of blood. I was wearing two 10-hour pads, like you sleep the night in, and I would get maybe 2 hours. I'd be at work and I'd have a skirt on with bicycle shorts and two 10-hour pads. Super tampon, I couldn't get from here to work, and on a good day that's 10 minutes. And I'd be at work and blood would be running down my leg, puddling into my Keen shoes. That happened at work. I had to stand behind a little kiosk desk and just be like, okay, as soon as these customers leave, I've got to go rinse my clothes and just, get the blood out of my shoe and just, fuck. Who knew? Meta. Apparently, I can't have children anymore, but domestically and not nostalgically, there wasn't anyone to give myself to. Okay? So perhaps that's a body awareness. I would say, because I'm still a bit tweaked, that doesn't mean that I'm not aware of a mocking freedom. To be here, to be there. To give circumference square.